everyone, and welcome back to the One Stop Co-op Shop. This is Colin, and today we're going to start part 4 of our 5-part series of Sleeping Gods. We're almost there! Now, if you haven't seen the first 3 episodes, please go back and watch those before you start this one. Otherwise, this one's not going to make much sense. I am recording this right after I finished the other video, so if I made any errors there, I'm not going to catch them here. That's fine. This is more about the story anyways. So let's go ahead and just start off on our first turn. Remember, the length of this game will be 6 event cards, story event 1.2, and then 6 more event cards. And then the final video will finish off the game. So let's go ahead and start off at the bridge, I think, for our boat action. We're going to remove all 4 of these command tokens and gain 3 of them back, and we have 1 from before, so we have a total of 4 command. I'm then going to draw an ability card, and we have Refine. Let's flip over our top event card, and we have Rain of Fire. Well, that sounds great. Flaming meteors from the heavens rain down upon the sea. Okay, avoid the meteors. Yeah, let's avoid them. Perception 9. If we fail, we take 4 ship damage. Holy moly. Perception is one of our better stats because I have a lot of adventure cards that gives us additional perception. So I'm not going to use any crew. I'm just going to flip and hopefully we can mitigate it. Okay, we have a 5, so I need 4 more. It means I'm going to have to use a totem and my links, which I don't love. And I'm using 2 out of the 4 of my command. But I don't think I can handle 4 ship damage. I just repaired the ship at the end of the last video. So yeah, we have now passed. We dodged all those meteors. We'll now move to that action phase. I've got 2 different things we can check out over here. Remember, we want to look around that center island. I don't really know what we're looking for, but we're looking for some things. And after we gain some things, we can go ahead and check out this main island with Adelphi and have a really cool event. I mean, I'm assuming that's what's going to happen. So let's check out R94 first. Half of the small island is covered by a massive archaeological dig site. Old rope ladders lead deep into the earth. The place seems largely abandoned. A sign near the dock reads, "Site closed due to lack of funds. Please return any artifacts you find to the Scholars' Camp. Together we can discover the past." We can either A, dig near the surface, that's a Craft 7 test, or we can dig deep down, that's a Craft 9 test, or we can leave the abandoned place. Oh man, there's probably something good here. Do I go for the 9? Yeah, let's try the 9. We'll use Audrey here for 1, 2, 3 craft. We'll use Raphael for 4. And we'll use our captain for 5. So that would mean we only need a 4 or more to succeed. And I have 1 in my hand. So let's go ahead and see what we get. We get a 3. Beautiful. 3 plus I'll discard this refine, which is for 4. 5 plus 4 is 9. We have passed. As you dig, you break through into a small chamber with constructed stone walls. It's clearly the remains of an ancient building. You take turns lowering yourselves into the chamber. Raphael, one of the first ones down, strikes a match to get a better look at the surroundings. Hey, Captain, I don't think we're alone in here. Oh no, I just spent all of this stuff to have combat? 15, 17, 18, and 87. At least it's only level 15. Well, they don't look terrible, and don't forget, thanks to our captain's ability, we're going to gain 2 more command, so we now have a total of 4. But we have 4 enemies to deal with. But look at it, 3 health here, 4 health over here. I mean, our captain could take out both this skeletal hunter here and this skeletal warrior with just 1 hit. But I have to get her to be not doubly exhausted. Well, you know what I think I'm going to do before starting combat is I'm going to use my pickled vegetables. I believe I can do that. You can eat before you start, but after you start combat, you can't be eating food. But our captain's going to eat the pickled vegetables, remove 2 fatigue. That way we can start with her with combat. She's going to attack the one that she could one-shot. She needs a 4 or higher to hit. Yeah. Let's just start with her. 4 high. Beautiful. 4 plus 1 is 5. She'll deal 4 damage. 2, 1, and 1. Just right across. The skeletal hunter is toast. And she can give her her synergy token. She's actually going to give that synergy token over to Kanan. Kanan then is going to use his pistol, which is already at a +2. He's going to attack the flying eye. That's because the pistol is ranged, and so that ranged effect there is useless. And he can hit diagonal. 3 damage, he could one-shot that eye. So we will use our next combat token. We only need, what, a 2? So only a 3. 3 or higher, we'll be able to take him out. Oh, we wasted a 5. Oh well. That is still good. Second enemy, the eye. The flying eye is toast. Of course, we had to use our synergy token to do that, so we'll give that back to the captain. And did we gain any? Can we use our... No, we did not hit any of the synergy spots on the eye, so I cannot give his redraw fate. I'm going to have our captain do our next attack. She is going to attack the skeletal warrior, so she only needs a 4 or higher to hit. Let's go ahead and draw for fate. And we've got another 5. I'm telling you, I love this fate deck. So that's enough. We're dealing 4 damage. I am going to give her 1 point of damage. And I am going to use that totem that we have right here, the blood totem. So I'm going to use one of these. And so that means we're dealing a total of 5 points of damage. With 5 points of damage, let's go ahead and do 1, 2, and then we'll block this one for 3. Then we can splash 2 over on this masked ghoul, 4 and 5, and we hit our synergy spot again. You know what that means? We can give our synergy token, and we're going to give it back to Colin, I believe. We're going to get attacked back for 1 point of damage. Ha! We have our pistol with our 1 block, so we take no damage. And we can do 1 more combat action. I really want to get rid of that madness. Well, I don't love this, but I'm going to use Colin to attack that masked ghoul for the final activation. He's got a +2. We need a 5 or higher for our flip. Wow, what is that? 2 5s and a 6? Jeez. So, yeah, he doesn't need anything. I have all this stuff to be ready to flip, to do all of this. I didn't need any of it. So we're dealing a total of 3 damage. I can't believe I'm going to do this, but I think I'm going to save our butts. I'm going to discard this so I can deal 4. But I love this card, but yeah, I'm just going to do it. With 4 damage on the masked ghoul, we can do 2 here, and then 1 here for 3, and 1 here for 4. And we can give our synergy token, and you better believe we're going to give our reflip to our captain, because we're probably going to use our captain next time. We're now going to get attacked back for 3, but our pistol has 1 block, so we only take 2 damage. That's the whole reason why I did that. I feel like it was worth it. Okay, we've now activated all of our characters. We now need to soak their regular attack back. We have 1 attack here. I'm going to go ahead and put that on the captain, since the captain has 3 damage already. So our captain has 4 damage. And then this masked ghoul is going to attack for 3. Let's put that all onto Gregory. He has no damage right now, so now he has 3 damage out of 6 health. All right, now let's see what we can do to take him out. Let's start by taking out that masked ghoul, the Death's Bell. Yeah, listen to that ring. So we're going to use that. We're only dealing 2 damage with it, but we need a 7, so a 2 or higher. That's a 3. Beautiful. We're going to hit. We're going to discard this to add +1 to that attack. So that attack is for 3 damage. And if you look at the masked ghoul, we need exactly 3 to take him out. That was the bad one. Oh, we needed someone to take madness. Ah, bummer. I think I'm going to go ahead and give that to Mac. Yeah, Mac's going to have a little madness. That's all right. Speaking of Mac, let's use her attack to take out the skeletal warrior. She's doing 2 damage. She's got a +4. She needs a 5, so she's guaranteed to hit. That's a 4. 2 straight damage. That skeletal warrior is toast. With the skeletons dead once again, you're free to search the chamber for anything valuable. Gain 6 coins. Holy moly. I love that. I've got 2 already from before, so I have 8 now. 1 materials, 1 artifact, 3 XP. That gives us a total of 10 unused XP. I can't wait to get to a port. I would say overall a successful first action. The question is, do we need to run to a port to heal? Or can we check out R7 first? Let's check out R7 first. If it's a combat, I'm going to have... Well, you know, my captain is still good. Colin only has 2 damage. The biggest thing is Marco is totally exhausted from our combat with those hyenas. But I still think we're going to be okay. Well, I have no idea. I have no idea what it is. Let's go to R7. Let's see. A bustling marketplace stands at the edge of grand ruins. The stalls look temporary, loosely constructed out of driftwood and pieces of stone covered from the ruins. You can see no houses or even tents nearby. Clearly, no one stays here for long. A woman with a crooked smile rushes up to you. Welcome to the blind market. We trade artifacts for artifacts, without any of those stuffy scholars and their academic ethics to get in the way. Today's featured items is a tablet containing a lost fragment of the famous epic poem. That's what we want! The Rotaldana. It's going for a great 2-for-1 deal. Any 2 of your artifacts for the 1 fragment. We have 2 artifacts. At that great price, you're practically stealing from me. Or, if you're feeling lucky, you can trade 1 artifact for 1 random item from our stock. What'll it be? And remember, no names, no paperwork. The woman winks. Privacy is our watchword here at the Blind Market. Trade an artifact for a random item, pay 1. Trade 2 artifacts for the tablet, pay 2, unavailable if keyword epic, or leave. No, I mean, come on. I think that's exactly what Adelphi is looking for. Let's go ahead and trade 2 artifacts. Here we have our 2 artifacts, so I'm going to put those back into the supply. Take those, you crazy old woman. The woman with the crooked smile claps her hands. Excellent! I'm sure we agree that this is a fantastic deal for all involved. Please remember, all trades are final. Oh no, maybe it's not. Gain 1 XP, so that'll put me at 11, and Adventure Card 129, Gain Quest 194. Well, that's a little bit of a letdown. We've got an ancient stone tablet. It doesn't even do anything, but it is a fragment number 1, so maybe that will help us when we go to the main island. And then we have Epic. We found a tablet containing an account of a mid-battle conversation between Ratolde and Vallard. Well, that's probably a good thing. A fragment of the Ratoldena. I'm feeling good about this. I think that was the right choice. Overall, felt like that was a solid first turn for this video. Let's go ahead and go to the quarters this time. I'm going to remove 1 from the Stone of Blood and 1 from our links, and I'm going to gain 3 of them. I already have 4 in my supply, so now I have 7 command. I feel so powerful. And let's go ahead and draw an event card, and this one is going to give +1. Oh yeah, I'm going to spend 1 command and immediately slot that on Kanan, because that way he can potentially use that for his pistol. We'll draw our event card, and we have infested food. Who doesn't want infested food? I don't. The crew is growing sick. Ignore the crew's complaints, gain 1 weakened, or find the infested food. Savvy 6. Savvy 6. I could use Laurent. He'd give us 2. Yeah, let's try. I don't really want more weakened, so let's try for this Savvy 6. It does mean we're placing our 2nd fatigue on Laurent, but I do have Adelphi who can always help us. And we have a 4, beautiful, 4 plus 2 is 6, so no one is hurt. So I have 11 XP to spend. That's a lot, and we have our port right here. But I'm going to go right by this, and then I have to go back to this. I could potentially go up to there. I think what I'm going to do a craft check. Let's see how much we can move. So I'll flip this, a 2, so we can move 1 space. So that means we're definitely going to move here. The question becomes, I could use 2... No, you know what? We should have done that if we were going to do it before. I could have used 2 command to use our Lucran steam engine. I'll do that later. I think this time, let's check out R14. Yeah, let's check out R14. The opening of a cave, dark and damp, beckons you in. It's strange, says Kanan. I can't tell you why, but I feel certain there's something inside there that wants to be found. I can almost hear it calling us. We can either A, enter the cave, unavailable if keyword poem, we don't have keyword poem, or B, build some lobster traps, or C, sail on. No. We're definitely going to check out the cave, although I'm going to have to be ready for combat. Yeah, well, we're just going to deal with it. I've got some ways to heal if we need. You stumble through the cave, blinded by an intense darkness. Raphael lights a torch, but somehow the fire burns without illuminating anything around it. Something is swallowing the light. Still, you can see the fire itself, and that keeps your group from becoming separated. You walk carefully, hand on the wall to keep you steady. I think there's a fork here, says Marco, slightly ahead of you. I can feel 2 separate tunnels. Try to feel which way the call is coming from, perception 7, or choose at random. That's amazing. I have a lot of perception available to me, so let's try and do a perception test. Let's use Mac for 1. Now, because she's a little bit mad, she is going to take 1 point of damage for doing so, but now all we need is a 6. Let's go ahead and draw and see what we get. We get a 3. Why don't we use this gear here? I'll spend 1 command, and we can redraw our fate. Come on. Be higher than a 3. Be higher than a 3. Okay, that's a 4. 4 plus 1 is 5. And then I can go ahead and use our links, and then use this for 7. Beautiful. The tunnel widens and the supernatural darkness dissipates. The alcove is full of smashed pottery and clay tablets, containing fragments of writing in a language you don't recognize. With a faint whisper, one tablet draws you closer. The whispering stops when you pick it up. Oh yeah! Gain 2 more coins. I am rolling in the dough. Another XP, that's 12 XP. Gain adventure card 130 and gain quest card 195. Return to the ship. We now have the Rotunda fragment number 2. What happened after? We found a tablet containing an account of the conversation between Orphash and Vallard in the aftermath of his battle with Rotolde, a fragment of the Rotoldana. Well, that was pretty awesome, and I think I know what I'm doing for my second action. We're moving here. We've got 12 XP. We've got so much money. Let's go ahead and check out what's here. A 2. Well, we barely get over the spiral, but we're over here. Let's go ahead and start our next turn. Let's go ahead and move back to the bridge. We're going to remove all 3 of our command tokens here, and we're going to gain 3. We have 3 plus the 4. We have a total of 7 command. We are so commandful. We're going to draw an ability card, and we have a 4. Oh, I want this. I'm going to immediately slot that onto Audrey. So Audrey has that plus 1 additional craft. And let's go ahead and check out our next event card. We have giant turtles. An Archelian head emerges from the choppy water. Try to avoid the turtle, 2 ship damage, or attack the turtle, strength 8, gain 1 meat. I have a way to get 3. Let's do the strength test of 8, because let's see what we get. We get a 3. Oh, I need an 8. We're going to definitely use this gear, because I would not get enough to succeed. So let's flip again, and we have a 4. 4 plus, we'll use the 3 from here, but someone's going to have to get a morale, a low morale, which I'll figure out who that is in just a second. But so we flipped a 4, 5, 6, 7, and I'm going to discard Iron Will for a total of 8. Beautiful. So we'll just gain a meat. That will be our second meat. Gregory is currently weakened, mad, and now he has low morale, probably because he has all of those things on him. Okay, now we can do our actions. Let's start by going to port. I think it's time for some port actions. First thing, we will get our free grain. I really like that. Then we're going to spend $4, and we're going to heal up a lot of folks. We've got Gregory healing to full, Audrey, the captain, and Marco. So now the only people that have damage are Kanan has 2 and Mac has 1. We're then going to spend 11 out of our 12 XP, so we still have 1. We're going to have the rare catch on Laurent. That means he will now always have a Savvy 3, which is why I'm giving this to him. When you use Laurent's first crew aboard ability, draw Fate. If it's a 1 through 3, gain +1 meat. Kind of cool. I don't use that very often because that costs 2 command. But the big thing is, I like the Savvy. And then look at this. Kanan is now going to have +2 with his pistol. That means his accuracy now is a +3 normally, dealing 3 damage. We're also going to spend 2 command here to remove 1 weakened from Kasumi using Gregory's ability. Yeah, he might be mad, weakened, and low morale, but we can still do that. He's going to help everyone else out. What do you say we also eat? We're going to use all 3 of our pieces of food here and another command. We now only have 1 command left, but we're going to be able to remove that 1 low morale from Gregory. And we're going to be able to remove 3 fatigue tokens. We're going to do 2 on Laurent and, of course, 1 on Audrey because Audrey is my MVP in this game. With that nice restful stop at port, let's go ahead and do a craft action to move. We've got a 2. We're going to go ahead and move here. That means we have to do a test for to see if we get some low morale because it's hard to see here. Go away fog. And we get a 5. Beautiful. So we don't have to worry about the low morale. That's going to end our turn here. Let's do a ship action and start our next turn. Let's go ahead and move to the sickbay. We'll heal 1 point of damage on Kanan. So Kanan only has 1 point of damage. We'll gain 3 more command. We have 1 from our last turn. So now we have 4 command. And we'll draw an ability card. Let's see what we get. We get, a treat. Oh my gosh, that would help us get rid of weakened. Yeah, I might put that on someone. I have to discard one of these. Let's discard counsel. Before we get too excited about putting that on someone, though, let's go ahead and check out what's here. We have our cargo fungus. What is with all the food going bad? A toxic fungus grows in the cargo bay, hiding within crates and beneath shelves, spreading slowly. Turn end, draw fate 4+. If we fail, discard 1 food. Oh, well, if you don't have any food, take that. We can spend an action and perform a Perception 7 challenge. If you succeed, discard this card. Ugh. I still have $6 burning a hole in my pocket. Let's go ahead and do our market action first, then we can keep exploring. What can we get for up to $6? We've got a vegetable pie. Oh my gosh, healing 6 only costs us 2. It's a lot of food that we would need. Our second one is the moon spice tea. Our third one is porridge. Wow, lots of food ones. Our fourth one, first aid kit. Ooh, that's kind of tempting. Our fifth one, the Zokmir pole arm. Oh my gosh, +3, 3 attack. This would be amazing on Laurent, although he wouldn't be able to discard his abilities. But if I keep putting those on him, okay, that's exactly 6. Wait, how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We need 2 more. We have the Scoundrel's Gear. And our last one, we have a pot roast. Well, I could pretend that I looked at all of the other cards, but no, this looks awesome. It's going to make Laurent awesome. He's now got a +3, can deal 3 damage. He even gets a +1 block if he misses. And now we can use him for combat. If I slot, let's say, like bandages on him, he can then discard that for additional damage. I like it. For our second action, let's go ahead and check out R93. A group of people stand amongst the swirling sands. The crowd, when you look closely, appears to be entirely made of copies of the same man. Oh, that's weird. Each of the figures looks identical. When they speak, it's with a layered voice, all the copies speaking at once.
We are multiplicity, the true acolytes of Yaval. Unlike the Eastern heretics, we seek to emulate Yaval, him of many forms and one mind, by multiplying our bodies. From one, we become many. What is it you seek?
We have A, challenge their claims. That's a Perception 9. B, trade with multiplicity. Or C, return their lost item. I don't have the keyword bottle, so I can't do that. I can do A or B. I can always just return back to the ship, but maybe they'll give us something. Do we want to do a Perception 9? I've got a lot of perception. I've got 4 command that's available to me. Let's challenge their claims. No way is this right. We'll use Kasumi for 1, our captain for 2, Kanan for 3, and I need to remember that Kasumi is a little bit mad, so using her for a challenge, she will take 1 point of damage. So we're at 3. I will go ahead and draw. Let's see what we get. We get a 5, so 5 plus 3 is 8. We'll discard. I mean, I like this one, but we're going to discard it for 9. That will mean we passed. Well, first it's mirrors, and next it's multiplicity. As you speak to the multiplicity, you carefully examine all the copies. Some of them don't look quite right. Sometimes you can see a brief shine in the air around them. You pick up a rock and throw it at one of the copies, and a mirror shatters. Yet another mirror! Now you can see that the multiplicity is only one man, creating the illusion of many copies of himself through a series of mirrors. The man curses and then calls behind him, "Dendra, you might as well come out. There's no denying it now." A woman sheepishly appears from behind one of the mirrors. "I operate a crank system that moves the mirrors around so it's harder to tell they're there," she says. "Clearly I still need to perfect my technique. Can you please not tell anyone about this? We'll pay you. Besides, we'll be able to actually multiply ourselves soon anyway. We have a plan in motion. We're just waiting for a package to arrive." Oh, yeah, the bottle package. Gain 2 coins and 1 XP. Return to the ship. That will be our second XP and our first 2 coins because we spent everything on that spear. We've done our 2 actions, but I do think I'm going to use my steam engine here. I've got 4 commands, so I'm going to use 2 on this to be able to travel up to 2 spaces. I think I'm going to travel 1 to here. My plan is I'll check out R83, and then we're going to jump into R5, I think, because I'm feeling like at this point, we've got 2 of those Retaldanda things. I don't know how many there are. If I miss one, whatever. I think that'll be good. We'll check out the main island, and then we'll have probably 1 more time through the event deck. We can go explore something else. We need to quickly do our cargo fungus. The nice thing is if we have to discard 1 food, we don't have any. That's a 3, so we would have failed. That's okay. Instead, what we're going to do is move to the bridge. I'm going to remove all 7 of these command. That's the other reason why I wanted to use that travel. I'm also going to gain 3 command back from that, so I have a total of 5 in my supply. I'll then go ahead and draw 1 ability card, and I have Triage. Let's flip our top card here. We have Zolkamir Raiders. What? Come on. I've got the Zolkamir Spear. Why are you attacking us? Thieves in a green Zolkamir-style ship latch onto the hull. Fight off the raiders, strength 9. If we fail, it's 7 health. Oh my gosh, we get to gain an artifact. I'll take that. 7 health just seems kind of brutal. So I think I'm going to commit some people to this. I'm going to do Laurent for 1. Doesn't seem great. I'm going to do Raphael for 2, and that's his 2nd fatigue. And I'm going to do Kanan, and it's his 2nd fatigue, but then we'll add 2 more for 4. We're at 4. I'll go ahead and flip. That's 2, so that's only 6. I need 9. Oh, yeah, that's going to work. Because I have those nightmare gloves. We'll pop this on. That will give us 7, 8, 9. And, you know, Gregory just feels a little down every time we do that. Come on, Gregory. You can get over it. Those are really nightmarishly helpful gloves. But he is now mad again with weakness and has low morale. I'm still happy we gained an artifact, though. We have 1 artifact and 1 materials. That's the only things we have. Let's start our 2 actions. Let's check out R83, and then depending upon what happens, R5. That's gotta be the main island. A crowd stands among the swirling sands. Oh, this sounds familiar. Shoot. The group is varied with people from all across the wandering sea. No 2 of them look alike, and yet they move in unison, making all the same gestures at the same time. When they speak, it's with a layered voice, the whole group speaking at once. Oh, we know what this is like. We are the Singularity, the true acolytes of Yaval. Unlike our Western heretics, we seek to emulate Yaval, him of many forms and one mind, by joining our wills. From the many, we become one. What is it you seek? I don't know. Looks like we can challenge them. This time it's a savvy test. We can trade with them again. Or we can return the lost item. We don't have a bottle. I want to know where that bottle is. Let's do the Savvy 9. I think I can do this. We'll use Laurent, but that is going to be the 2nd time that we have used him. He's giving us 3. We need 9. Let's go ahead and flip. 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm telling you, that is beautiful because Adelphi is here, and we'll put this on her. 8, 9. We just succeeded. You ask the Singularity for details about their orders and their way of life, gradually turning to more and more specific topics. Finally, when you ask what they usually eat for breakfast, one of the members of the Singularity, a young man near the front of the group, slips up, beginning to speak just behind the others. The group notice this, and suddenly their unison is entirely broken. They all start to move and speak at odds with each other. An older man lightly smacks the young man in the head. "Curse it, Jax! I told you to memorize the script better." Jax mumbles, "Sorry, Vamu." Vamu sighs and addresses you. "Fine, you caught us. We're still working on the whole joining our minds thing. In the meantime, we perform a sort of unison instead, memorizing scripts to speak together. But if we perform unison well enough, then eventually our minds will genuinely join as one. We're sure of it. We just have to get it right. Please don't tell anyone about this. We'll pay you to keep it quiet. Gain 3 coins. We now have 5 and another XP. So that'll be our 3rd XP. Well, it looks like we have 1 more action. Before we do that, let's play our Mikra's guitar again. We'll do this. We're going to remove 1 fatigue on Laurent, so he only has 1 on him. And we're going to remove the 1 low morale we have on Gregory. Okay, now R5. Of course, I'm gearing up for this. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's going to be the main island one. Oh, you know what? I forgot Kanan also had 2 on him, so I'm actually going to do Kanan instead. So Laurent still has 2 fatigue. Kanan only has 1. R5 states, if keyword witness, turn to 45.2. Adelphi stares in awe at the valley of sand and crumbling stone. This was once the great city of Sais-Os, before the gods destroyed it. It was here that Ratolde faced Valad in battle. She closes her eyes for a long while, concentrating, then pulls out the life bell and several stone tablets. The bell should allow us to combine the chronicled energies of the Ratoldena with the primary source energies of the Seos in order to summon a shade of the actual events of history. No one has attempted anything like this before, so I can't predict how solid the shades will be, but I know that the remaining energies are only strong enough for 1 attempt, so I'll need to get this right. She turns to you. Should we move to the first location, or do we need more time to prepare? No. We're moving to that first location. That means we're moving to 45.3. Adelphi leads you to a spot just outside of the city where the remains of a stone gate rise out of the sand. She takes out a small tablet and places it beneath the gate. This fragment tells of the moment when Rotolde and Valrad first saw each other. She holds the bell over the tablet and rings it. With each reverberation, the city around you reforms and solidifies until you're standing just outside the city gates on a dark night. But you can still see the sun in the sky almost as if it's behind this new night. The city walls are standing again with the gates thrown open. Shadowy figures, hundreds of them, thousands, scurry around you running. 2 figures, a bit more solid, stand just inside the gate. One looks like a warrior with curly hair. He carries a shield and a sword with a spear strapped to his back. "Rotolde," says Adelphi, pointing, "and the old man by his side must be Argent, the mayor of Seos." Argent speaks. "You warned us well, and safe our people flee." Rotolde places a hand on his shoulder and responds, Go now and leave the Mythian threat to me. Adelphi frantically scribbles in a notebook. Absolutely fascinating. The shades speak in poetry. That may be the effect of using the Rotoldano as an energy source, which means the events we're witnessing are likely less literal than I had hoped, but this can still yield useful information. If my timing is right, Varad should be entering the scene now. A tall man in red armor carrying a curved sword and a long spear appears from inside the gate. The shade of Argent flees while Rotolde locks eyes with Valrad, taking a battle stance. Valrad charges and their swords clash. Rotolde's weapon is sent flying out of his hand, clattering to the ground out of reach. Instead of going after the sword, Rotolde pulls out the spear from behind his back, going on the attack and driving Valrad back the way he came. At that, the image of the past dissolves and you stand once again in the present, the ruined gate standing above you. Adelphi continues to write, We should move to the next site as soon as possible, but someone might want to look for that sword. The city was abandoned entirely after this battle. Who knows? It might still be there. We can either A, look for Rotolde's sword first, that's a perception 7. We have give Adelphi another tablet, requires the keyword epic, which we have, or let Adelphi lead the way, that's 45.6. Oh, come on. The sword first, absolutely. We need a 7. I've got lots of ways to get more perception. Do I want to spend anyone? No one has more than 1. Let's just draw. Do I have any in my hand? No, I don't. Oh, this is nerve-wracking. Let's just draw. That's a 5. Beautiful. Then we'll go ahead and let's use this. We'll spend 1 of our 2 command remaining. That's a 7. Perception 7, we passed. You search through the rubble. It's exhausting work, and it's hard to believe something so important would have been left here for so many years. Then Kanan calls to you. I found it, he says, triumphantly raising the weapon. The sword is ancient and tarnished, but it's clearly the same sword from the vision. Raphael whistles. Maybe this whole thing isn't a waste of time after all. Gain adventure card 127, Rotolde's lost sword. Then we can either tell Adelphi about the tablet you found. We have that. We have the epic. Or we can let her lead the way. We're definitely going to go to 45.5. But first, look at this sword. It's a +2, deals 4 damage. You can discard strength to get rid of it. I'm thinking 4 damage with a +2. Who do I want to give that to? Let's go ahead and give it to the captain for now. The captain's going to take this because it's just the same amount of attack that she has before, but a +1 to her accuracy. That is awesome. Oh, this is brilliant, says Adelphi. This fragment tells of the mid-battle conversation between Valrad and Rotolde. I think I can tell where it took place as well. Adelphi leads you to what once must have been a major thoroughfare. Beneath your feet is a large cobblestone circle, an intricate pattern in different shades of blue, cracked in multiple places. When she rings the bell again, the city rebuilds itself around you, and the shades of Valrad and Rotolde appear on opposite sides of the mosaic, now uncracked. Valrad, flanked by Mythian soldiers, is the first to speak. He points at the pattern at their feet. These people blasphemed all, defied the gods, and stole our totem stones for pretty art. On symbols of divine they thoughtless trod, trampling o'er it all with foot and cart. You must see how they earned this fate, this hour, yet alone you'd stand against my power. Rotolde, without hesitation, responds. People must defy what they did not choose, and God's totems are fit for naught but roads. Did Orphash send his sons, afraid you'd lose, an army to defend a gutless toad? Cast aside your helpers, cease to cower, fight me fair, and see your own strength sour. Vilrod lets out an angry roar, and with a gesture sends his Mythian guards away. Then once again the vision fades. Oh, what's gonna happen? Okay, we can either A, search for totems in the cracked mosaic. Yeah, why would we do that? A savvy 8, though? There's no way we can succeed. Let's see. I could do, if I fail, -4 health, gain 1 madness, and I go to a different one. Oh, bummer. Or we have follow Adelphi to the next location. That's 45.6. Well, I have 2 savvy adventure cards in my hand. Why the heck not? We're going to use Mac for 1. Our captain here for 2, and I need to remember Mac takes another point of damage because she's mad. And we're going to go ahead and draw from our deck, and let's see what we get. We get a 1. Okay, that's totally a failure. We have one more. We have one more of these. Let's use it on Kasumi. Let's flip again. So we have a 4. 4 plus the 2 is 6, and we can discard both of these, 7, 8. That'll work. That's 8. Studying the mosaic carefully, you begin to see a sort of puzzle within the pattern, pointing you towards a spot outside of the pattern entirely. Eventually, you find a totem, not as part of the damaged road, but as part of the remains of a nearby wall. It seems Varad was partially wrong, says Adelphi, writing down the location. The people of Seos were using totems in their architecture, but they weren't stepping on them. Oh, gain adventure card 115. We've got the Stone of the Lost. This Stone of the Lost is pretty awesome. Look at that. We get another way to flip fate and another totem. I believe that's our 8th one. You follow Adelphi up a set of stairs and over a collapsed column into a wide, square platform of polished stone. This was a temple once, says Adelphi, placing another tablet on the ground. This is where Ratolde won the battle, famously cutting off Velra's toes. Hold on. She rings the bell. This time, something is different. The world around you doesn't change. The temple doesn't reform around you, but the shade of Varad does appear in the center of the platform. He looks more solid than before, more present. Adelphi curses. Oh no, something's gone wrong. I think this vision might be a bit more tangible than the others. Oh dear, I think he spotted us. Oh crap. Combat 79 and 80. This is gonna stink. So yeah, this is pretty wonderful. My captain has 2 fatigue. Laurent has 2 fatigue. Oh, Kanan only has 1. Whoop-de-doo. Well, I do gain 2 command, which is nice. But now, I mean, look at these guys. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9 damage I need to do over there. And 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Holy bajolies. To start us off with combat, let's use Kasumi. Kasumi's going to attack the Shade of Valad. That's the left side. So she only needs a 5 or higher. She's got a +2, so she only needs a 3. And she gets a 3. 3 plus 2 is 5, so she hits. She's going to deal 3 points of damage. And then I'm going to use one of my 2 command to go ahead and use this. And she's going to take a point of damage. But this means we're going to deal 4 damage with this attack. But she now has 2 damage on her. 4 total damage lets us go 1, 2, 3, and then what we're going to do is splash 1 over here for 4, so that way we can block this 3 damage back. Now she is going to take 5 damage. She has no block, so she'll go up to 5 damage on her. She already had 2 from before, and we'll take those 2 and put them on Raphael. Marco is going to go next. He's going to use that fishbone spear that he has. He gets a +3, so he only needs a 2 or higher. He also gets a 3, so that's going to mean he deals his 3 damage first. We'll hit this guy in the head with that fishbone spear, but then he's going to take 4 damage back, 5 normally, but he does have 1 block. Kanan's going to take him out with the pistol. He right now has a +3, so he can hit with a 2 or higher. Oh my gosh, he got a 2! 3 plus 2 is 5. So he's dealing 3 damage. We're going to discard this to make it 4. If we do that, the 4 damage is exactly what we need. As you can see here, the 3 plus the 1. We just took out this one, and we can give our redraw fate. And I think I'm going to give my redraw fate over to our captain. Of course, I need to remember that I used this cube. There we go. Our final activation this round will be our captain. Now, our captain will use the lost sword that we just found, so she gets a +2. She normally would hit for 4 damage, but I have 2 fatigue tokens on her, so she's only hitting for 3, which is super brutal, you guys. Super brutal. Oh, she got a 6. 6 plus 2 is 8. I was thinking I was going to have to do something. That means that we hit 3 damage. Let's go 1, 2, and 3. That means we still need to hit him probably 3 more times. I don't know. He's going to hit us back for 4 damage. We have 1 block, so we're only going to take 3 damage for that hit. Okay, but now he's going to attack us again because we've done 4 combat actions, and I'm going to have him attack 4/4 on Raphael. So Raphael now has 6 out of his 7 damage is used. We also need to place a weakened token. Oh, I'll put the weakened token on, I'm going to put it back on Marco. Let's now start another round against this shade. I'm going to start with Kanan. He gets a +3, so he needs a 4 to be able to get this guy. We've got a 6. That means we can deal 3 damage. With that 3 damage, we'll hit the guy's head. However, he's going to attack back for 4. We have 1 block, so we're going to take 3 points of damage. We're not dead yet. Not dead yet. But we're 1 away. Should we just use Kanan a second time? Yeah, I think we should. It's going to take him out, but we're going to use him a second time. He has a 3. We need a 4 or higher. Gosh, we've got a 5. Okay, and just so you guys know, I've got 1 card left in this deck. So we're hitting for 3. The only place I can hit is that 2. Yeah, well, it is what it is. So I'm going to hit the 2 damage that we have here. We could give our synergy token, but our synergy token's already to the captain. So now we're going to get hit for 3 more points of damage. We can soak 1, and now we're at 5. And then the other 2, we're going to put onto Raphael, and now he's fully exhausted. This does mean we can use Audrey as our finisher, as long as this is a 2, because we've got a 5. We just need a 7. That is a 5. We totally took this guy out. We take out his foot. All he had left with his foot was his foot. Took it out. We just defeated Volrad, just like Ratolde. The shade of Volrad defeated falls to his knees. You fought me to a standstill, trading blows. I struck and struck again, but could not kill. Though mortal, you cut off 2 godly toes, and wounded I no longer have the will. Your people all have fled, you've won the day, be gone, but know that for these wounds you'll pay. Oh no. The shade of Volrad disappears, but as he fades away, you hear a stone clatter to the ground beneath him. Are you serious? Gain adventure card 114, the Totem of Vengeance. Well, look at this thing. That just gives us a +1 damage. That's amazing. Now I have 2 ways to actually affect combat and add additional damage, and this one doesn't hurt us. Now, we can tell Adelphi about the final tablet. Yeah, we do have that. We do have Poem, or End the Adventure. My guys are all exhausted. I've got Laurent, who doesn't have any damage, Audrey, Gregory. And, Mac only has 2 damage, and Marco has 1 health, and the captain has 2 health. Let's just do it. If we have to do another combat, I'm going to die. Adelphi looks shocked when you hand her the tablet. I had no idea there was anything more to the story past the battle itself. She quickly scans the text. This is groundbreaking. Adelphi immediately places the tablet on the ground and rings the bell. The temple reforms around you. The columns and the walls are painted in bright shades of red and blue. Varad sits in the center of the room, on his knees, defeated, his feet bleeding. From behind, the shade of Orfash approaches. He's a massive, bull-headed man with an otherworldly fire burning between his horns. Orfash speaks.
My friend and erstwhile rival, I have come to witness how you've raised this city great. Yet here I find you on the floor so glum. You've seen defeat. I came, it seems, too late. How can it be, with all my Mythians' help, you failed to kill but 1 young mortal whelp?
Velrod responds, I let the mortal taunt me in my pride. I sent away the help that you did send. But now I understand how turns the tide. The threat is real. The reign of gods will end. Weak mortals will cause gods to cry and yell. They'll drown us, lead us dead amongst the kelp. Orfash asks,
And how to stop this fate that you portend?
Velrod replies, We let them win. Our power will suspend. But dying not will sleep, and waking rule again. As the vision dissipates, you can see that Adefri has tears in her eyes. I'll gladly pay you all extra for allowing me to see this. Thank you so much. Gain 3 coins and 1 XP. That'll put us at a total of 4 XP. I like it. Adefri seems stunned by what you've seen. I'm at a loss for words, which doesn't happen very often. I'm going to have to spend some time contemplating these events, but thank you all for coming with me on this journey. I would have been killed if you hadn't been there. You've easily earned your place in the acknowledgement section of my book. Now, if you'll excuse me, I think I might stay here for a while and see if I can glean anything more from the ruins before I start compiling my research and writing in earnest. Thank you again for all that you've done. Gain 5 coins. We're gaining 2 more XP. That'll give us a total of 6. We unfortunately are going to lose her adventure card, which is a bummer because I really liked her 2 savvy, but it is what it is. And we're going to complete quest 192. Well, holy moly, that was an amazing story. So it seems like the gods may not be as great as what we would initially have thought. I'm going to start our final turn before we go to story event 1.2. I'm going to remove 2 command tokens from our cards. I'm going to remove 1 from the Stone of Blood because I know I'm going to need that. And I'm going to remove 1 from Kasumi because I'm probably going to need that too. So both of those are removed and I'm going to gain 3 command. Oh, and I get to draw 1. And I have 1 command from before, so I have a total of 4 command and I have alert in my hand. We've got our final event card. Let's see, we have the Fungus Treasure. You encounter a derelict ship covered in fungus. Explore the ship, draw fate 1 through 3, -7 health and gain 1 venom. 4 through 6, gain 3 coins. Or Savvy 9, avoid it all the way. I can't do a Savvy 9 test. No way. So it's going to be freaking luck. I need a 4 through a 6. 4 through a 6. That's a 5. 3 more coins? Oh, that's amazing. Okay, maybe we aren't going to die after all. Thank you, Fungus Treasure. All right, now we have 2 actions. The first thing we're going to do is spend 1 command, and we're going to slot this alert in for Kanan. Basically, he's just going to use that for a +1 damage. Next, we're going to spend our first action, and we're going to move. And if I don't get a 4 or higher, then I might need to redraw. Oh, we got a 4. That's exactly enough. That'll let us move 2. We're going to move 1, 2. We're going to have to check for low morale. We get a 2, so someone's going to gain a low morale. Let's go ahead and give that to Gregory. Our second action now will be going to port, and we need to heal. We're going to start by gaining that 1 piece of grain. Woohoo! Oh, I forgot to flip. Well, I didn't have any food, so I'm not going to worry about it. But at the end of this turn, I'm going to have to flip to see if that food goes bad. I'm going to spend 4 of my hard-earned bucks to heal up 4 people to full. That'd be Raphael, Kanan, Kasumi, and Marco. That means Captain Sophia and Mac are the 2 that still have damage. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend 3... Man, it's worth it though. 3 food to remove 1 fatigue from everyone. That means the captain will still have 1 fatigue, Laurent will still have 1 fatigue, and Mac will still have 1 fatigue. Everyone else has no more fatigue because we went to the inn. Thank you very much. That also means Mac and our captain can remove 1 point of damage each. So Mac has 1 damage and our captain has 2. And you know what? With how much we use our captain, I think we're just going to spend the 1 additional coin. It means we have 6 left. We're going to heal her to full. So we're going to have her go to the healer as well. I just don't think I can have her being that damaged. I'm then going to use all 6 of my XP to get the double shot. Now, Kanan may place his pistol damage diagonally. Now we'll do our cargo fungus. We have to draw for fate. We have a 1. You know what that means? What we just got from the warehouse is gone. Now, I'm not sure if I did this right the last time, but I do believe I get to do a ship action, and when I move to the event phase, that's when I have to draw. So I'm going to go to the bridge. I'm going to clear out, looks like I only have 2 command tokens that I've used, but I'm going to clear those out and then gain 3 thanks to Laurent. That gives me a total of 6 command. I love that. I'm also going to draw another event card. So I've got this one. I have cleaning. And before I do anything else, I'm going to spend 2 command here to slot surprise attack on Marco. Now let's go ahead and read story 1.2. On a blood-red horizon, the silhouette of a ship appears. It approaches quickly and angry, and soon you hear the battle roar of its crew, a mass of creatures with bull heads and eyes like embers. The Mythians have found you. Your ship shudders as they leap onto the deck. An armored Mythian lunges over the gunwale. His forearms wield a rusty pike, a curved saber, a trident, and a flail. He stands at twice the height of the others, who await his orders while brandishing myriad weapons of cruelty. The giant Mythian flares his nostrils and snorts at you.
You will not awaken Orphash. We will kill you and drop your bones into the deepest abyss.
We can either fight the Mythians, or we can ask about why they don't want God Orphash to awaken. Yeah, I did this one last time. Not a good choice. We're just going to do the fight. 1, 2, 4, and 5. Looking here, we've got a couple wimps and a couple that are going to be a little bit more of a challenge. But at least everyone except for Mac is fully healed. So that is good. And no one has 2 fatigue tokens on them either. That's why I did that. Let's jump into combat. First thing during combat, we're going to gain 2 command tokens. So we have a total of 6 to play with. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start with Colin. He's going to try and take out that chief right off the bat because he can hit diagonally. So let's go ahead and use him. We have a 3. We only need a 3 or higher to hit him. We've got a 4. That's more than enough. We're going to discard this so we can deal 4 points of damage. And then we're going to use 1 command on our Stone of Vengeance to add +1 damage to that. 5 damage is pretty much perfect. 2, 3, 4, 5. Done. And we can give our synergy token. Our cap does the most damage and only gets a +2, so let's give it to our captain. Next we have Marco. He's going to go ahead and attack this brute. He can one-shot this brute. We just need a 3 or higher for our draw. Oh, I got to grab this. There we go. A 3 or higher. That's a 3. That's total of 3 damage straight down, and we can give his synergy token. Let's give that... Okay, so just so you know, because you haven't really seen this one, he can deal... whoever uses this can deal 2 additional damage to places that there are no hearts. Let's also give that to the captain. Why the heck not? Our captain then is going to be used for our 3rd attack. We're going to have her try and take out this Mythian guard right off the bat. 4 damage. She's got a +2. She just needs a 3. 3 or higher will work. A 4 is perfect. This guy is one-shotted and killed. 1, 2, 3, 4. We can give our synergy token. Gosh, our team is rocking. I'm going to give this... I'll give it to Marco in case we want to use... Oh, you know what? I'll give it to Laurent, because Laurent can also deal 3 damage. So let's give it to Laurent. Then, I think, let's go ahead and have our cap attack a final time. We have the Mythian Crusher. We need a 6, so we've got to get a 4 or higher. But I've got ways to mitigate that. That's fine. We get a 4. Beautiful. So we're going to deal 4 damage. I'm going to go ahead and use this so I can deal +2 damage to non-heart spaces. And I think it makes sense to use this Stone of Blood. So we're actually going to deal 5 damage for that. We're going to take 1 point of damage, and then we're dealing 2 more, so a total of 7 damage, but those 2 cannot be placed on heart spaces. So the 5 damage that we can place on heart spaces, I'm going to go ahead and do 2, 2, and 1. Okay, and then we have, that's 2, 4, 5. We can deal 2 more points of damage, 1 here and 1 here. That does mean I need to give this back to Marco. Thank you, Marco, for that. Now we're going to get retaliated for 4 points of damage. We have 1 block, so we're going to take 3. We have 1 damage on us, so we are 1 health away from being killed. That will end our portion of the combat. This Mythian Crusher will now deal 4 damage to us. Mac has 1 already, so I'm going to go ahead and exhaust her. I'm going to do a total of 5, 4 plus the 1. But that's okay, because now all we need to do is 3 points of damage, and we can take this guy out. Kanan here has a +3, so all we need is a 3 or higher. We get a 6. That guy's dead. We do 2 plus 1 right on him. We take out his head and his snout, dead. The remaining Mythians grunt in defeat and return to their ship, sailing into darkness. Now all we do is we create our new deck. I'm going to go ahead and discard this. This was on Audrey, and this one was on Marco. I ended up not using them. Everything else are leveled up cards. So that's it. Let's start our final event deck set. Let's move ourselves over to the quarters. We can gain 2 of our command tokens back. I'm going to go ahead and grab the 2 on our 2 stones, so I have those ready. I think those are the only ones that I used, yeah. And we're going to gain 3 command tokens for going there, and we get to draw 1 of our ability cards, and we have Healthy. This crew member has +1 health. Oh, we could put that on the captain or on Kanan. Oh, yeah, you know, I think, which one do I want to do? I'm going to do the captain. I've got to put that on the captain. I'm going to spend 2 of these. We're going to slot this on the captain. We'll now move to our event phase, and let's draw. We have Otherworldly Path. The air fluctuates ahead, your view distorted as if through hot air. An unfamiliar horizon appears beyond. We can either sail through, turn 1 page on the atlas left or right, and move the ship to one of the regions there, gain 1 frightened. Whoa, that's so cool! Or steer the ship away, pay 1 command, and gain 1 fatigue. No. I was going to move off of this page anyways. I might as well. Who do I want to... Yeah, you know, I'm going to have Gregory be frightened, because then Gregory is frightened, weakness, a little bit mad, and low morale. I want to have someone that has all of that. Why not? Just so you know, frightened means you can't attack. Well, there's literally only one way we can turn the page of our atlas, so we somehow find a portal to Zokmir. Look at this. We've got our Zokmir port, or we have the Torza's Apothecary. Oh, which one do I want to go to? I don't even know where this is on the map. Let me look quick. Just so that you know, we literally went from over here all the way down to here. That was amazing. I love this game so much. Okay, I think because this is harder to get to anywhere, you can see how Zokmir is right at the edge of the map. I'm going to go to here, this one, just in case. Yeah, so let's put our ship right there. And I think we're going to have just kind of a boring turn this time. We're going to go ahead and get rid of this cargo fungus because I want to be able to keep some food. So we're just going to perform a Perception 7. Let's see what we get. We get a 5. That's beautiful. I'm going to go ahead and use our stone here, and we'll use 1 command. We still have 4 command left. That's 7. We've gotten rid of that fungus. This might be a little bit wasteful, but I'm going to go to the port. I'm then going to gain my 1 grain as usual. Now I don't have to worry about it. I'm then going to spend $3 to go to the inn and $2. So 5 out of the 6 of my bucks that I had left. And I'm going to go to the healer. So I'm going to heal up our captain and Max. So they're totally healed. And then I'm going to remove 1 fatigue on everyone. That means everyone is fully healed and no fatigue. Yeah, we might have some weakened, we have some madness, we have some low morale, and Gregory has frightened as well, but at least we're all ready to rock. Well, that sure was a quick first turn, but now we are all ready to go. And you know what? I think I'm going to go to the deck. And when I go to the deck, I can remove, thanks to Marco, 1 low morale token. That's his hope. So at least Gregory no longer has low morale. I'm going to gain 2 command, so that'll put us back up to 6 command. I'm going to draw 1 of these ability cards, and we get Rage. Oh, why wasn't that in the deck? That's a 6. And let's go ahead and flip one of these. So we have, okay, 1 ship damage, and we can get 1 meat and 1 vegetable. Beautiful. I'm doing that. I'll take 1 ship damage. Where's the ship damage going to be? We'll grab from our ability deck. It's in spot 2. Spot 2 is right where we're at. Golly, the deck is destroyed again, so we can't go there again. But 1 of these, which is perfect, and 1 of these, I like it. Let's reveal our second event card, and we have Swimming Zarg. A Zarg rat clings to the burnt board floating in the sea. Take the rat to the next port. Draw Fate. If 1 through 3 gain 1 low morale, keep this card next to the ship. You may discard this card to flip, or we can just leave the rat. You know, rats are nice. 1 through 3, a low morale. We can get rid of low morale pretty easily. So we want this to be a 4 through a 6. No, it's a 1 through 3. Well, Gregory, you thought you got rid of that low morale. We're just going to put it right back on him. The excitement of checking out a new map. It's hard to explain how much fun it is that I just spent, 12 event cards on 1 map tile. Now I'm on a totally new one. And it's like I'm starting all over again, except for that I still have the previous experiences to affect this. I love it so much. Okay, R40. Let's check out R40, the Tozra's Apothecary. We don't have keyword generous or unpaid. Tozra's Apothecary. An expensive bamboo house sits on an impossibly tall stilts. You make the climb up a rickety stair to reach the front door. As you step inside, a storm of 1,000 competing spices and herbs hit your nose at once and nearly knocks you over. "Welcome, traveler," says a woman hidden behind a wall of hanging herbs. "Perhaps some tea? Of course, you've heard of this place, haven't you? We're known throughout the wandering sea." We can buy some tea, pay 1 coin to remove 3 status effects. That's super appealing. We have speak to the tea house patrons. Unavailable if keyword third or Emberstone. I don't have any of those. If you have the adventure card 120, Nightmare Stone. I don't think I have that. I'll double check. Or buy some Zokamir wine, pay a coin, gain adventure card 98. You know what? I want the wine. This is great, remove 3 status effects, but meh, we can figure out how to deal with that later. This we could use over and over again. So let's pay the 1 coin that we have and gain adventure card 98 first. And then we'll do this if I can. Yeah, that ain't bad. I'll go ahead and keep that. Well, I thought the Stone of Nightmare sounded familiar. Bairnt and I had found the Stone of Nightmare in our last play, but I haven't found it this time, so we're okay. We'll go ahead and speak to the tea house patrons. A beautiful woman greets you, then opens her third eye, and you can't help but flinch. Never seen that, have you? Thousands of years ago, people like me were revered as prognosticators. Now we scrape by, belonging to nowhere, trading and drifting our way through life. Many of us hide our third eye behind a headband. We do not judge any who would be a friend, says Kasumi. That's a somewhat naive sentiment for this part of the world, says the woman, blinking her third eye. But if that's the case, then I will accept your friendship. I am Krikoto. I sailed these seas with my sister, but we argued recently, and she left me here. She took our ship, the Hellfire, and I have no way to reach her. We have A, we can agree to help Krikoto find her sister, or B, wish her luck and bid her farewell. No way, let's see if we can help her sister. Krikoto bows. Thank you for your kind offer. I would generally decline, but I'm in no position to be picky. Perhaps you're a better lot than I assumed. We should start our search to the east, near the northern shore of the large jungle island. We own a secret cave house there. I'll likely not be much help to you, though. I don't like hard work, but I'll pay my way if that helps. Gain 1 coin. Nice, so we just got that coin back. And gain quest card 188, and that is third. We agreed to help a woman with 3 eyes search for her sister. Her sisters abandoned her and sailed away with their ship, the Hellfire. Krikoto wants us to start the searching on the northern shore of the largest jungle island to the east. So it sounds like to me if we want to help Krikoto, we have to go to an island that is to the east and we can look at the northern shore. I don't see any of that over here. Are you okay? I think I'm going to go and look at page 26 quick and see if there's something over there. If you ask me, I would say this is the large jungle island. Look at this. I love how this looks. Oh, I want to check out the Thram outpost too. But I'm thinking the northern shore, it's either R24 or R27. I think that sounds like as good of an idea of what we should do. So let's go ahead and go back and we will move. Let's go ahead and use our travel to distance Lucrum steam engine. So we're going to have to spend 2 command for this. Oh man, sometimes I forget it's 2, not 1. That's brutal. I still have 4 though. That's why I felt like it's okay. I'm going to be able to move 2 spaces. So I think we're going to have to move 1 into here. And then because we're in there, we need to do our test of 5. And we're just going to flip. And we get a 2. So we definitely hit the ship. So the ship runs into some of those rocks. We're going to deal damage in spot 6. That would be our bridge. Let's take a point of damage there. Our second movement will move off of the map. And let's go ahead and slide in right here. Now we're going to have to deal with some fog. Come on, 5 or higher, or we can just deal with the low morale. That's a 3. So we're going to have another person gain 1 low morale. I'll go ahead and have Marco have the low morale, because Marco will now be weakened, mad, and low morale. I'm just killing all my characters. Then for our second action, let's get ourselves over to R24. So we're just going to do a craft check. We get a 1, that's just fine. That will move us into this space. Let's then move from the deck over here to the quarters. I'm going to remove the 2 on our steam engine just so that we can keep moving. And we're going to gain 3 command tokens. So we now have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wow, I am rich in command. Let's draw our next card. We have engaged. Gain 1 command when you explore. Yes, we are going to put that onto Kanan because Kanan already has 1 strength, and we're never getting rid of this. So this is going to cost us 2, and now we're going to gain command when we explore. On to the event card we go. So we have hidden supplies. While reorganizing, a hidden crate of food falls on Raphael. Ugh! Gain 1 grain. Beautiful. That'll give us a 2nd grain. Of course, Raphael takes 1 point of damage because he hits his head. That's right, he still has 6 health. You know what else is amazing? We're going to check out R24, and we're going to gain a command because we're engaged. I love it! If keyword third, turn to 84.5. Beautiful! We've got third. Krikoto leads you along a steep ledge until you reach a nook between 2 boulders. She pushes aside a wall of vines, revealing a wooden door covered in moss. She unlocks the door, and you follow her into a cave. The cave soon becomes a cavern. Light shine through a few dirty windows in the ceilings, illuminating the carpets, bookshelves, tables, and hearth. As you take in the cozy cavern house, a woman enters through a door on the far side of the cavern. She stares at your crew with 3 eyes. Krikoto marches forward, rage in her eyes. Naira, where's my ship? The woman, Naira, draws a short sword. I've hidden it, she says defiantly, a slight grin on the edge of her mouth. We either A, help the 2 sisters resolve their differences, that's a cunning 11 test, oh my gosh, or steal what you can from the cave while the sisters are distracted. Come on, I want to figure out what's going on. That's a cunning 11. Our captain and Marco could help us with this. Our captain is great at being cunning. She's got 3 total cunning. We can use Kasumi for 4. She will take a point of damage because she's a little bit mad. And we'll use Kanan for 6. Okay, is that enough? I've got lots of ways to redraw fate, so let's try it. Now, I placed a damage on Kanan instead of a fatigue token, so I switched that. He has no damage but 1 fatigue. Kasumi got the point of damage because she's mad. So we have 5 cunning. That means I need to flip a 6. There's no way about it. So we flipped a 2. That's okay. I have that rat. I'm going to discard this rat. That's going to allow us to re-flip. Come on, a 6. No, it's a 3. Okay, I will use this. Our gear here, I'm going to spend 1 command. I need a 6. That's a 6! 6 plus 5 is 11. We're going to help them work out their differences. The sisters begin a heated recounting of what brought them to this disaster. Naira blames Krikoto for losing their crew to the horrifying zombie monster called Mauricio. He drove them mad and killed them because Krikoto tried to swindle the monsters out of a totem. You should have just given it the Ember Stone. Why did you have to keep it? Now everyone's dead. Krikoto draws the crimson crystal from her satchel, staring at it. After a pause, she hands it to you. I want to forget this ever happened. Please take this cursed thing, and if you should ever meet Marisaro, do not play games with it. I know you seek totems, so I know you will eventually meet the demon. You can find it on the island to the northwest of Tozra's apothecary. Oh, gain 1 meat, 1 grain, 1 materials, 1 coin, and 2 XP. Complete quest 88 and gain quest 87. Oh, I was hoping we were going to get a totem. All right, we completed quest 88. Let's grab 87 and all of that wonderful stuff. Here are all the wonderful resources we gained, and we have trade with Marisaro, or how do you say that? Krikoto told us to take the Ember Stone to a shore northwest of Tozra's apothecary. There, a deadly creature named Marisaro will trade us a totem. Okay. Well, I think now the question becomes, do we do the Ember Stone or do we check something else on this side of the board? Because we're going to have to go back to the other map. I think what the hey, we're going to go back. We found that other map on accident, so let's go ahead and spend 2 here on our Lucrum engine, move 2 spaces, so we're going to move 1, move into here. I have to draw from my ability deck, and if we get a 5 or higher, we're okay. That's a 5, we're okay. Let's then shove off and go back to the other map. We'll come into here like so, and now we have to do another test. Let's see what we get. We get a 4. I think it's worth it. I think we're going to use Mac. We'll spend 2 of our last 3 command to go ahead and get +1 to our fate draw. So that was a 5, so no ship damage. We have 1 more action. We're looking for a shore that's northwest of Tozra's apothecary. So there's Tozra's apothecary, northwest. That's a shore. Is that a shore? Is that a shore? Is that a shore? I don't know. It could be that one all the way over there. Since we're here, I'm going to go and check out R25 this time, especially because it's going to get me another command because I am exploring. Thank you very much. We don't have keywords empty, idle, or bookshop. A man sits on the beach, his straw hat casting a wide shadow on the rose-colored sand. He examines you with stoic eyes as he leans against a bat-shaped rock. I followed the jungle path and saw horrors. Do not enter the trees, he says. A shrill cry rings across the aisle and startled flock of birds takes flight, landing on a flat metallic object to the east. We can either enter the trees, that seems silly, ask the man what he saw, examine the metallic object, let's ask the man what he saw, 102. The man's eyes stare at the sea, glazed and dead empty. An insect god, a being older than the sleeping gods. I came for knowledge, but its words caused madness. Now my mind is slipping away. We can either try to help cure the man's madness, we can examine the metallic object further up the beach, or enter the jungle, or just get out of here. Let's try and help cure his madness. We can get to a savvy 9, I think. We'll add Laurent for a total of 3. We'll use Kasumi for 4, but now she has 2 damage and 2 fatigue. And we'll use Mac for 5. Now this is pretty hilarious. We are trying to cure madness on a guy, and half of our crew is mad. Oh, wow. We need a 4 or better to succeed, and we got a 4. 5 plus 4 is 9. Mac makes a broth out of the pink flowers growing at the edge of the jungle, throwing in a calm and withered root when the broth begins to boil. Moments after drinking, the man in the wide hat falls into a deep sleep. When he wakes, he has a rosy glow in his cheeks, and it seems the madness has lifted. I do hope my bookshop in Zokamir is all right. I should have stayed there, but I read an intriguing passage about the insect gods in an old manuscript, and something about it gripped my mind. I could think of nothing else. I struck out alone because I've always liked listening to my own thoughts more than anyone else's, but I should have hired a team to help me. I'm no adventurer. He leads you to a little fishing boat hidden in the weeds and gives you some supplies. I'm going home. Won't need these back at my bookshop. Gain 1 materials and 1 meat. We're going to draw 5 market cards and gain 1 of them that costs fewer than 5 coins. Draw if you don't have any that fit that. Gain quest card 218. Bookkeeper. We helped cure a bookkeeper's madness. He returns to his bookshop in Zokamir. We'll flip our 5 market cards. We have the grilled fish, or we have a cake, or we have, the scale armor. That's 5 coins. I like that one so far. We have the grilled sausage, or we have, the travel. That's 5 coins too, and that would let us travel 1 space. You know, if we were at the beginning of our adventure, that would be no doubter. But with combat looming, I'm going to go ahead and say he has the scale armor. Also, it makes more sense, really. He gave us the scale armor. Thanks, dude. We'll start that next turn by going to the bridge. We're going to remove all 4 of these from the board. Actually, 6. I forgot we have 2 on our traveling steam engine. We're then going to gain 3 of those. So we'll go from only having 2 to having 5. I like that. We're then going to draw an ability card, and we have bandages. And I think I'm going to use 2 command to put cleaning onto Audrey. She can immediately remove 1 low morale token. Let's go ahead and remove the low morale. Let's see. Yeah, we'll remove it from Marco. We have 3 more event cards for this video. So we have the Lookout Tower. A narrow tower sits atop a rocky spire in the ocean. Climb the tower. Draw the top 5 search tokens and rearrange them in any way you like. Then draw fate if 1 or 2 gain frightened or leave the tower. No, let's do that. The top 5. We actually only have 5 left, so let's go ahead and flip them. This is a good one to have on top. That's another good one. That's another good one. Then we'll put this one and this one like so. Okay, we're going to have them in that order. And then we just don't need to draw a fate 1 or 2. And we got a 5. Beautiful. So no one became frightened. That tower just helped us survey. I've been going down the Emberstone path, and I realize Bairnt and I already did that. I didn't take great notes, and I honestly didn't remember because it was right at the end. So I'm not going to keep going that way. I want to see new stuff. So instead, I'm going to go ahead and do a big push and just do some moving this turn. I'm going to use Audrey. She's going to give me a total craft of 2, 3, 4, 5. We're looking for 9, so we just need a 4 or higher. That's a 5. Oh, full steam. I wish I could put that on her. So we can move 4 spaces, ignoring hindrances. Our movement 1, we're going to move this way. So here we go, moving into here for 1. Then we're going to move into here for 2, move into here for 3, and move ourselves into this spot for 4. Then we're going to use to command to have us travel 2 distance. We're going to move into this spot for 1, and 2, we're going to go to the next page, page 28. And that's going to bring us over here. Oh boy, we have a 2 ship damage potential. Let's go ahead and use Laurent for this test. He's going to give us 3 savvy, so I'm going to go ahead and grab a fatigue token. Here's our fatigue token. Here's our flip. We just need a 5. That's a 2. 3 plus 2 is 5. We're good. Then I think for our second action, because our first action was to move, our second action then will be just to move. Or do we want to check out R23? Oh, what the heck? We're just going to move. I want to check out this grotto. That's a 5. Oh, it's another engage. Oh my gosh, if we had 2 engages, that would have been amazing. Okay, we could move 2, so I can move 1, 2, and then I could go over here to Spiderweb next time. But I think I'm just going to go here so I can check this out next turn. Let's start that next turn by moving ourselves over here to the galley. That's going to give us 2 command, so we have a total of 3. I am going to discard Rage, because I don't think I'm going to use Rage, and that's going to allow me to remove 1 fatigue token on Laurent, so Laurent only has 1 now. And I'm going to go ahead and draw one of these, and I have Refine, which I'm definitely going to put on Audrey right off the bat. She now has 1, 2, 3 total additional craft. Let's see what our event card's going to be. We have Hunting Sharks. 3 sharks pursue a small whale. Slay the sharks, strength 6, we can gain 2 meat. Yeah, let's just draw for that. We've got ways to get up to 3 strength. Okay, there's 3 there. Let's go ahead and use this for the additional 3. We're going to have to give somebody low morale. Let's give that back to Marco. Marco has low morale again. It's always Marco or Gregory. But by using that, we'll gain 2 more meat. We are sitting pretty with food. Well, I'm not going to lie, kind of excited to check this out. I have not seen this page at all. Let's check out R50 for our first action. That's an Explore, so we'll go ahead and gain 1 command. We now have 2 command. Mullick's Grotto. You guide the ship into a narrow network of canyons lined with bamboo docks. A deep crack in the stone leads into a vast cavern lined with houses. We can either A, talk to the dock owner, B, visit the alchemist shop. You may purchase Adventure Card 97 for 10 coins. Yeah, I don't think I have that. Explosive deals 3 damage, but you must draw Fate when you use them. If you get a 1 through 3, you actually take 2 damage. Oh boy, I kind of want that. I don't know how many coins I have though. Visit the Meat Smoker. Pay 1 coin, restore 3 health. No one really needs to restore much health, but we could gain Adventure Card 133. Well, let's start by talking to the dock owner. That's A. A terrifying creature called the Threakin roams these waters attacking ships. If you have a tablet of Azorio, you can scare it away. Last I saw one was at the Thram's outpost to the west. We just left Thram's outpost. The next thing I think I'm going to do is visit the Meat Smokers. I'm going to pay 1 of the 2 coins that we have, and I'm going to restore 3 health. I had 2 damage on Mac and 1 on Kasumi, so all 3 of those are healed. Raphael still has 1 point of damage. I think everyone else is good. Then I'm going to gain Adventure Card 133, and if you look at this, this is called the Alzarian Smoked Fish, so we can spend 2 meat and 1 vegetable to remove 4 fatigue and 5 health. That's amazing. So now the question becomes, do we want to go back this way again, or do we want to check out Spiderweb? Let's check out Spiderweb quick. So I need a 4 or higher. I got a 4. Beautiful. That means I can move 2 spaces. Oh no, I need to move more than 2 because I need to go 1, 2. Oh dang, so I'm not there. That's okay. I can go there next turn. Oh, I do have 2 command. Oh no, I can't use that. My engine has already been used. So we'll just end there. Let's start our last turn for this video. Let's go to the bridge and we'll recover all 3 of these and we'll actually gain them. So we have a total of 5 command. I'm then going to draw 1 ability card, and this one's called Maintain. Oh, do I want to put that right on? She can have... No, she can't have another one. She already has 2. So I'll just hold on to this. Oh, I could give it to Raphael, though. Well, let's just wait. We're good. Let's go ahead and do our final event. We'll flip this over, and we have Impossible Current. Wind and sea carry the ship to a far away place. You must move the ship 4 distance. You may not move the ship to a region you already entered in this same movement. You can't move the ship back and forth between regions. Well, with that, let's move 1, 2, 3, and then 4. And we potentially are going to get another low morale. Let's see, is it a 5? It's a 6. We passed that one. Ha! You fog, you do nothing to us. So we literally just went all the way around to where we wanted to go. Yeah, let's just spend that first action moving. So we have a 3, so we can move 1 space. We'll move here, and let's check out the port spider web. So R10, we're going to gain another command. That will be our 6th command. We don't have the keyword offspring, spiderweb. You climb rough stairs to a village built amid natural redstone pillars. Rope bridges connect each house, hanging between them like ragged spiderwebs. Elzarians walk along the bridges, fishers hauling the latest catch, weavers selling baskets and materials, and traders selling fine spices. We can walk among the bridges, or we can help repair the bridges. Yeah, let's help repair the bridges. With using Audrey here, that's a guarantee because she has 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I guess it's not a guarantee. She has 4. If I flip a 1, okay, it's a 4. We're good. Surprised you outsiders made it this far south, says a man with long black braids of hair. Of course, your help here on the frontier is welcome. I've gone all the way to the north and all the way to the south. I love it. Gain a coin and gain another meat. You know, that's the last meat. So if I gain any more meat, I can't gain it. So I think I'm going to have to do some cooking soon. Now let's go ahead and walk among the bridges. A group of Elzarians approach you. We're hunting a rare red spider that lives to the east. It's been harassing the village, stealing chickens and sheep in the middle of the night. Families are worried that it may start taking children next. Audrey shivers. I hate those little buggers. My wife hates spiders too. Too many legs. Spiders or children? Mac chuckles and Audrey blushes. This spider is as big as a sheep, says the Elzarian, and we can't seem to find her. We'll pay you well if you can provide us with the location of her web. Don't want any eggs hatching. The whole island could be overrun. Gain quest 204. Yes, we've got a quest. Villagers from Spiderweb asked us to hunt a red spider that has been stealing sheep and chickens. They say the spider is hidden in the rocks somewhere to the east. Nice thing for us, there aren't a ton of rocks to the east. I see these R18 and maybe R3. I don't know. So I think those are the only two that we're going to look at because you can see here the map ends over here. So yeah, to start off our next video, we're going to probably be checking those ones out. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're enjoying this. Please do make sure to check out Bairnt's playthrough. I'm sure it's great. I can't wait to watch it, and I will see you in our next episode.